In the public eye, Joel Osteen and his wife Victoria have long been a picture of unwavering love. But even though they are married, there are times when fans are left guessing. A brave move Joel made not long ago caused waves among their loyal fans, causing rumors and raising eyebrows. What Victoria did was a surprise, and she's finally speaking out after a long silence. Want to know what she had to say? Let's find out. Get to know the Osteens. Joel Osteen and his wife Victoria are one of the most famous Christian couples. They are praised for their long-lasting marriage and powerful mission around the world. They met for the first time at Victoria's family jewelry store in Houston, Texas in the early 1980s. Joel had gone there to buy a watch battery. Instant sparks flew between them, and in 1987 they got married. Even though it's been more than 30 years, they are still inspiring millions of people as co-pastors of Lakewood Church, one of the world's biggest megachurches. Victoria Osteen and Joel Osteen are one of the most famous Christian pairs. They have 2 kids together, Jonathan and Alexandra. Both of them have been involved in their parents' church since they were little. In fact, Jonathan has become more important and now preaches and leads service at Lakewood on occasion. The way the family works together shows that they have a common goal, but recent events have made people interested in their personal lives. Vicky was shocked by this brave move. It was a surprise when Joel Osteen, the famous leader of Lakewood Church, made a big announcement that shocked his congregation and people beyond. Osteen, who has been the face of one of the world's biggest megachurches for decades, said he was going to stop speaking every week. Instead, he will give the jobs to a group of younger preachers, including his own son, Jonathan Osteen. This choice changes the way leadership works at Lakewood Church in a big way. And Joel's care has grown and thrived. But what really got people's attention was how Victoria reacted when she heard the news. Many people said she looked shocked. Victoria shocked her fans when she talked about the reports that the couple might be fighting. Sources close to her said that even she was surprised by the choice, and that Joel made it without first consulting his wife in public. Since they had been married and serving together for a long time, many people thought that this move might be a sign of trouble between the two. Victoria finally spoke out in a private chat to clear the air. While I was surprised at first, I understand his heart and the vision behind this decision. It's a bold step, but it's one we'll walk through together, as we have for over 30 years, she said. This shows that she has a deep understanding of the purpose that has guided their lives together. Even though Joel's choice came as a surprise, it seems to fit with a bigger plan for the future of the church. Not only is he stepping down, but he is also making sure that Lakewood Church continues to grow and thrive even when he is not preaching. What does this mean for the church? It's impossible to overstate how much Joel Osteen's choice affected Lakewood Church. Joel's charismatic preaching has been a big part of the ministry's attraction around the world as its face. His choice to step down shows that he wants to change the way the church is led, making sure it stays useful and practical for future generations as well. The bigger part that Jonathan Osteen is playing could mean a new age for Lakewood. Jonathan brings a new point of view while staying true to the beliefs his parents taught him. He has a view of the younger generation and was raised in the ministry. As a result of Joel's brave move, there will be mentoring and a smooth transition, making sure that the next generation is ready to take over. This change could make the congregation feel a range of feelings. A lot of people get ideas from Joel's weekly sermons, and his absence will definitely be noticed. For example, adding new voices led by Joel's knowledge could give the church new life and help a new generation move forward. Victoria's presence will also be very important at this time. As co-pastor, she is supposed to be very important in keeping things stable and on track. She will be very helpful in getting through this change because she can connect with the congregation and give a balanced view. Without a question, this choice will have an impact on numerous individuals, including the Osteens. Why does this matter for them? The couple's journey is at a turning point thanks to Joel Osteen's brave move. They have been linked to Lakewood Church for decades, working together to inspire millions of people around the world. When I think about Joel giving up his weekly preaching tasks, I wonder how this might change their relationship. Will Victoria's role in the church change during this time? Are you ready for her to take on more leading roles along with their son Jonathan? We might need to be careful to find out. Victoria's response is admirable because it shows how flexible she is and how much she loves and supports her husband. Victoria shocked people by talking about how surprised she was at first, but her words also showed how strong and determined she is. She called the choice brave, which suggests that even though it might be hard, it is eventually a move forward. Joel, who is known for being calm and having a clear goal, hasn't said much about this transition. Still, the fact that he has faith in Jonathan and the younger preachers shows that Lakewood Church is being prepared for the next generation. Victoria's desire to go through this change with Joel shows how strong their relationship is. As Joel Osteen moves into a new part of his mission, his brave move shows how important it is to leave a legacy. Even though the change may not have gone as planned, Victoria's help and understanding show how strong their relationship is. By speaking out about the reports and ending her silence, she has once again shown how devoted she is to her husband and the church. In the end, this time of change could be one of the most important ones for Joel, Victoria, and Lakewood Church. No matter how people react, this move is based on faith, vision, and the hope that the best is yet to come. There are people who are happy about this brave move and people who are worried that it could cause trouble in Osteen's paradise. What do they want to talk about? Talk of a breakup. Is there trouble in the marriage between Joel and Victoria Osteen? That's how Joel and Victoria Osteen have been for years a perfect marriage and work team. But recently, reports about a possible strain in their relationship have become the main topic of conversation. The rumors say that Joel's decision to step down from preaching at Lakewood Church once a week may have made things worse. Some people think the couple might even be getting a divorce. Some insiders said that Joel decided to give preaching duties to younger preachers, including their son Jonathan, without consulting Victoria first. This led to a lot of speculation. Fans couldn't help but wonder if this was the start of a bigger fight between the two. Because this bold move came at such an odd time and Victoria was shocked at first, many people wondered what was going on behind closed doors. Victoria finally spoke out about the rumors in an interview, where she talked about both the choice and the state of their marriage. The way she said it made it clear that their relationship is not at all like what the rumors say it is. Victoria said that her love and respect for Joel have not changed, even though she agreed that the choice came as a surprise. For his part, Joel hasn't said anything about the reports. He should be thinking about the future of Lakewood Church and his job as a guide for the next generation. His deeds, on the other hand, say a lot. People have seen the couple at events, preaching together, and even telling personal stories that show how close they are after 30 years of marriage. The reported divorce is also connected to the fact that their public marriage is getting more attention. People talk about them a lot because they are one of the most famous Christian couples in the world. In a podcast, Victoria talked about this directly, saying that people will always have something to talk about. It's important that Joel and I know our truth and choose to walk together in love. Joel's brave move doesn't really seem like a sign of disagreement. Instead, it looks more like a smart move for their mission together. If anything, the fact that they were able to handle this change together shows how strong their marriage is, putting an end to talk of divorce for good. Victoria's honest reaction to the choice seems to have put some stories to rest, but not all of them. In the past, the Osteens have been the subject of stories more than once. Since you're interested, we will now look at some other rumors about Joel and Victoria Osteen. The first rule is the very controversial Billy Graham rule. Joel Osteen has long followed the Billy Graham rule, which says that he should not be alone with women who aren't his wife. This is similar to what the famous preacher Billy Graham did. People have both praised and criticized his choice, which was based on his desire to protect his marriage. Many people appreciate Joel's commitment to boundaries in a world full of scandals involving public figures. Others say that this is an old-fashioned way of thinking about gender roles and could make it harder for women to get jobs in some settings. In the early years of Joel's work, there were rumors that this strict boundary made things difficult between him and Victoria. It was thought that Victoria felt alone because her husband's strict adherence to the rule didn't allow for many social contacts, including with other women on their ministry team. But these claims have been rejected over and over again by both Joel and Victoria. Victoria shocked her fans when she finally talked about it on a show not long ago. She directly addressed the reports and said, "Joel's respect for our marriage and his discipline are part of the reason we've been together for so long. I never saw it as a limitation, but as a commitment." Her honest words showed how much they respect each other and how trusting they have been in their relationship for decades. Joel's brave decision to publicly follow the Billy Graham rule changed not only his personal life, but also how people saw his mission. Some critics say that these rules might make women in top positions feel less welcome, but Victoria doesn't agree. She has always told Joel how much she admires his unshakable commitment to their relationship, saying that his discipline shows what he stands for and how much he loves her. A short clip from one of Victoria Osteen's talks went viral more than once, though, and she got a lot of heat for it. In the excerpt, she seemed to say that praising God wasn't so much about showing respect for him as it was about being happy. Some people said she was encouraging a self-centered view of faith, which they called selfish theology. The 36-second video caused a lot of trouble and led to arguments on Christian forums and social media. There were calls for her to be removed from authority. Others stood up for her and said her message was misunderstood. People were angry right away and wouldn't stop, which led to reports that Joel Osteen was fed up with all the bad press about his wife. There was talk that he didn't agree with what she said in private, but he didn't want to say anything about it in public for fear of making things worse. The incident harmed Lakewood Church's work for weeks, and critics wondered if the couple's faith and beliefs were in line with each other. One day, Joel Osteen finally spoke out to protect his wife and clear the air. In a public statement, he said, "Victoria's words were taken out of context. I know her heart, and we share the same faith and purpose." Joel's brave decision to address the problem head-on stopped a lot of the criticism and made them stand stronger as co-pastors. Victoria later explained that she meant to encourage believers to find joy in their faith. God delights in our happiness because it comes from His blessings and our worship, she said in an interview, trying to ease any tension that was still there. Victoria was shocked at first at how quickly the problem got worse, but the couple came out stronger, using the situation to stress their shared goal. Some traditional church leaders have said bad things about Joel Osteen over the years, mostly about his prosperity gospel style. Some people say that happiness and success put material things ahead of religious truths like humility and sacrifice. There have been reports that Joel is fighting with other famous pastors because of his disagreements with these critics. Some of these pastors are said to have taken issue with how Joel interpreted the Bible. One rumor that won't go away says that these attacks have not only hurt Joel but also his wife Victoria Osteen. According to the story, she once talked to another preacher who had publicly said that Joel's sermons were shallow in terms of theology. An insider says Victoria shocked people at a private event when she strongly supported her husband. She is said to have said, "Joel's message is about hope, not division, and we won't apologize for making people's lives better." But Joel has always done things in a different way. Instead of getting into public fights, he has taken a brave stand by focusing on building unity within the Christian community. He has said many times that we are all joined together in Christ and that each voice has a place. He takes this stance because he wants to stay out of fights and keep his following close, even when they are being harshly criticized. Victoria has also talked about the rumors in interviews, stressing that they are both dedicated to sharing God's message. In one podcast, she talked about the rumored fight, saying, "People show their faith in different ways. The most important thing is that lives are getting better. Joel and I are not thinking about the other things right now." Victoria has been the more feisty of the two when it comes to fights, and it looks like she doesn't stop trying to control things when they get heated. It's been said for years that Victoria Osteen has a lot of power at Lakewood Church, which is one of the biggest megachurches in the world. Some former employees who did not want to be named have said that Victoria has more power than most people think. These people say that Victoria has the final say on everything, from how the church is decorated to how Joel Osteen preaches overall. These claims make the leader sound like a strong, hands-on person who is involved in every part of the church's work. However, some critics have gone even further and said that Victoria's way of leading is controlling and has made the staff angry. It has even been said that some team members thought their ideas were thrown out if they didn't fit with Victoria's goal. Because of this, there have been rumors that Victoria's aggressiveness could overshadow Joel's softer approach, making their shared leadership less balanced. When these reports spread, Victoria shocked her fans by talking about them directly in a very rare 2020 interview. It's not about being in charge. It's about taking care of Lakewood and making sure it stays a place of hope and inspiration. Joel also took a big risk when he publicly supported his wife and said that her work in the church is important for its growth. He told the press, "Victoria has a heart for this ministry and the people we serve. Her ideas and energy are part of what makes Lakewood thrive." Despite the rumors, the Osteen's United Front has helped put an end to much of the speculation. Victoria's willingness to break her silence and be honest about her role shows how strong their relationship is. However, Victoria can't stay away from the news, no matter how well they do in ministry. There have been many scandals involving the Osteen family, but one of the biggest happened in 2008 when Victoria Osteen was accused of hitting and swearing at a flight attendant during a fight on a Continental Airlines trip. It is said that the fight started because of a spill on Victoria's chair that wasn't cleaned up well enough for her. Okay, Jose and Sharon spoke on the stand and said that Osteen had talked to her about the liquid on her first-class seat. Brown, who has been a flight attendant for 16 years, said Osteen hit her in the breast when she tried to stop him from getting into the control of the plane. The flight attendant, Sharon Brown, sued Victoria, saying that she threw her against a bathroom door and elbowed her in the left breast during the argument. People had very different reactions to the lawsuit, which asked for punitive damages equal to 10% of Victoria's projected net worth at the time. Many people quickly called her moody, and some even thought that the whole thing might have made Joel Osteen look bad, hurting the couple's carefully crafted image of unity and grace. As the media frenzy grew, Joel spoke out to protect his wife. He did something brave by standing by her side. Things got out of hand with this case. His unwavering support put an end to reports of trouble within the couple and showed how close they really were. After only 2 hours of discussion, the court finally found Victoria not guilty of any crime. She was fined $3,000, though, for getting in the way of a crew worker. After the incident, Victoria talked about the issue. She said, "It was a bad misunderstanding, but I've moved on with grace." Besides the famous airline episode, rumors about Victoria's temper have been going around for years. Reports say that she can be tough to work with and expect a lot from people at Lakewood Church. One unnamed source said that Victoria got into a fight with a staff member over a scheduling problem, but the Austens have never talked about this rumor in public. Joel has talked a lot about how happy and spontaneous Victoria is, which disproves any claims of stress. This next one isn't just between the couple. The Osteen family's ties to famous people like Kanye West and Mariah Carey have often led to rumors. A lot of people in the Christian community have said bad things about Joel Osteen and his wife Victoria's connections with Hollywood stars over the years. For many, these ties make them wonder if they are in line with their Christian beliefs. They say that the glitz and glitter of Hollywood are different from the humility and simplicity that are often linked to faith. In 2020, these complaints got really bad. That time, Kanye West played at Lakewood Church during their online Easter service. Some people praised Kanye's performance, which was part of his recent spiritual growth, and others didn't like the release of his gospel record, Jesus is King. Some people thought it was risky for Joel Osteen to bring in a famous artist with a religion platform, while others thought it was a good idea because it blurred the lines between ministry and entertainment. Soon, rumors spread that Victoria was shocked by Kanye's growing power in their relationship and didn't like all the attention it was getting. After a while, Victoria finally spoke out against these claims in an interview. "Kanye is a man who loves God," she said. "His path may not look like everyone else's, but his sincerity and desire to worship are clear. The claims that I was uncomfortable are not true. Rather, I saw his show as a one-of-a-kind way to share his faith." Joel agreed with her and said that Lakewood Church has always been about welcoming everyone and coming up with new ways to reach people. It doesn't matter what form of faith you use to talk to people, a lecture, a song, or your own story. People worry that the glitz and glam of Hollywood is rubbing off on Joel Osteen and his wife Victoria. Because of this, they are often criticized for living a lavish lifestyle, with critics asking if it fits with the Christian teachings of humility and generosity. The Osteens are thought to have a net worth of more than $100 million. They live in a huge $10.5 million home in River Oaks, Texas, that has all the luxuries that most people can only dream of. For many, their wealth is very different from what some people in their congregation are going through, which leads to arguments about the right mix between faith and money. There are rumors going around that Victoria is the reason they like expensive things, and some say she even encourages Joel to live a more lavish life. People are always guessing about the Osteens because of their fame, wealth, and power. There may be some truth to some stories, but most of them seem to come from jealousy or people being interested in how perfect their life seems to be. Even though these reports are going around, Joel and Victoria are still putting on a united front, focusing on their faith and their love for each other. We can't change what other people say about us, but we can change how we react. Is that true? With faith, love, and grace. One thing is certain: you either believe the stories or not. Joel and Victoria Osteen make people want to talk. Which of these stories about Olsen made you the most angry? Tell us what you think in the area below. We hope this video was fun for you. Please like, share, and subscribe to our station if you want to see more. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next film.